knocked down 10 for the spare.
You heard him say it worked in my favor.
Wow.
About the best break he could have asked for. Mike Shoemaker, our official here, checks the foul lines, and right there, he called it. He made the call. There's Mike Shoemaker.
One of our PBA Tour officials with us every week, and that is his spot. Foul line judge. Wow. Now, how does West rebound? Incredible emotion for him. Perfect ball, the best he's thrown today, Randy, right in the pocket. A 12-6 match play record to get here. And round of 8 got by legendary Walter A. Williams Jr. Struck in 10 of his first 11 frames to make his first show of the year. He fought back from a 3-2 deficit in that round of 8 match.
Yeah, he's doing some incredible things against Walter A. Changing it up. He went with the big loft the first couple of games. Then he started to move inside. Lanes broke down. He fell into his comfort zone.
Great shot, Liz Johnson. And there are plenty of people who have been giving her standing ovations wherever she goes. Road to the PBA Denny's World Championship. The top 4 into the round of Super 16. They are locked in now, folks. Those 4 get 30-plus games less of bowling. Tommy Jones, number 5, really wanted to be in that top 4, he told us last night. He's upcoming in our semifinal match with Steve Jarris, who is literally bowling for his career today. Talk about incredible, dramatic stories unfolding at our tournament event here in Grand Rapids.
Liz Johnson using the same bowling ball that I used all week.
10-pin for the Storm staffer.
And again, the only thing stopping Liz Johnson is bad carry. Strike, solid 8, flat 10, strike, and watch this ring in 10 right here.
This is a person who has been on many TV shows we talked about, bowled 300 on TV. Double digits in tour title victories on the women's tours. There have been 2 of them in the past. The last one we showed you, PWBPA, is now defunct. It was shut down in the fall of 2003. She's also won 6 regional titles. Seems to be handling the pressure well. She was amazing talking to us last night, Randy, how far she advanced every round. She thought, well, the dream's going to end here, right?
She said she didn't bring enough clothes for the week.
Great shot, Wes Malott. Yeah, Liz told us a trip to the laundromat was in order last night because of the length of her stay here in Western Michigan. Much longer than she had anticipated.
Watch how high flush this is. Ball almost goes by the 9-pin. And with one more strike in the 6th frame, Wes Malott will give Liz Johnson something to think about as we go to break.
Former star at West Texas A&M under Mark and Mike Scroggins. Mike, of course, PBA bowler who had a good week here and will be exempt next year. He's locked in on points. He's an All-American, 97-98 season. Collegiate bowling. There's a 10-pin for Wes.
All right, well, that's exactly what Liz Johnson could have hoped for. He doesn't get out to too big a lead with a conversion. He will only be up by 10 pins.
Unbelievable. The ability for Wes, in my mind, to overcome the foul line infraction. Avoided a split in the process. Struck twice, now goes for the spare here. 6th frame. When we come back, we'll put Liz Johnson's accomplishments into further perspective. The unbelievable run as she makes a woman's first ever appearance on a PBA Tour TV final. Plus the conclusion of this exciting match, the semi. Malott Johnson next.
Clean game. No slap.
The PBA Banquet Open from Grand Rapids, Michigan on ESPN is brought to you by Banquet, food, family, and fun. By Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. What's your size? By Motel 6, the official lodging partner of the PBA and the lowest price of any national chain. And by Odor Eaters, with unique Zorbatex technology, Destroys foot odor and absorbs sweat on contacts. As we mentioned, nice showing for Liz Johnson, her friends from Buffalo, Tanya McDonald, Angela Leone, Jimmy Hyman, Jay Nephew have made that 5-hour drive. Never lost going through downtown Toronto, Ontario, but thankfully they've made their way here to Grand Rapids. Welcome back, Dave Ryan, Randy Peterson, and our entire crew. Folks, we have to emphasize to you this was no easy pass for Liz Johnson. She did not get a commissioner's exemption into the round of 64, then into match play. She had to earn it, and Randy, as you know from how difficult that can be, this week it was the case for you. This was tough.
It really is. You know, every week, or just about every week, I try to make it through the qualifier on Wednesday. I don't have full exemption, so I have to do that. And then try to work my way to the television show. I haven't done it. I can't tell you how difficult it is just to make it out of the pre-tournament qualifier. Liz Johnson made it all the way to the TV show today. It's never been done by man or woman. Very impressive.
Really an incredible run for Liz Johnson.
Remember, Liz isn't somebody that just walked off the street and decided to bowl this tournament. She has dozens of TV shows, 11 titles on the women's tour. She won the 96 Women's U.S. Open as a rookie. She's bowled 300 on television and evidently not intimidated by the competition. And let me show you how she mastered the chameleon pattern this week, Dave. The chameleon pattern was 39 feet, and it played in strips. And what that means is it allowed the players to stay in a zone for a long period of time. Liz Johnson could stay outside, play her A game, Steve Joss a little bit in from there, and even the big power ball of Wes Malott kind of stayed in that track. When the lanes did break down, however, you had to make a big, giant move, and we'll see whether or not the lanes break down enough to allow Tommy Jones to get inside and play his A game.
We did have 4 300 games this week. Liz faced a 300 game against Chris Barnes. And one of the more amazing stats, she faced a 300, 299, 290 from Barnes in that round of 32 match. Each time she won the next game en route to a victory. Great carry there for Liz. Another strike, 10 down in the pit.
Keep in mind that when Chris Barnes bowled 300 against Liz Johnson shot 289 that game. Check this out. A little room to the right. This ball comes peeling back. And watch this reaction. Now, she needs a strike here in the 7th frame to even the match.
Bill Rowe, Jason Queen, Paul Fleming, in addition to Barnes, threw 300s this week on the chameleon pattern. 39 feet. Has it.
Game on.
We are all tied up, and there are plenty of Liz Johnson fans here. Folks, it was incredible. In the round of 8 last night, the standing ovations, the emotion, the congratulations, the phone calls. She had a huge bouquet of flowers delivered from some other women's professional bowlers. She's known on tour for years. Big arrangement came here to the center. She was so surprised. And even this morning when she was showing her friends from Buffalo around the center, standing ovation wherever she went. A lot of pressure, though. A lot of pressure on Wes Malott, too. Oh, the paralyzer. Down goes number 5. World Championship is coming up on ESPN. After today's event, we'll have 2 weeks to get ready for that big one. Remember Tom Baker and Brad Angelo, the Buffalonians. Speaking of Liz Johnson from that same part of upstate New York, it's coming up 2 Sundays here on ESPN. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Wes Malott, of course, made that show, lost to Mika, finished 3rd at the Worlds, his, to this point, only TV show until today. Shot clock is down to 3 seconds, though. Just got it off, I think. And a strike. 10-pin lead, Wes Malott, as the pressure builds here in Grand Rapids.
That's a big wrist snap at the bottom. Wes Malott likes friction because he throws it hard. However, he is a high-rev player. When his ball sees friction, it's going to go left. And his ball, when it hits the pins, it hits really hard.